Alright guys, we're back. Thanks for coming back. We're here for episode 3 of our Shinashi vs Watanabe Showdown. And in the last 2 episodes, we saw 2 fights by Satoko Shinashi. We saw her develop over those 2 fights. And then we did the same in episode 2 with Hisae Watanabe. We saw 2 of her early fights. We also saw her develop between those 2 fights. They weren't too far apart from each other in time as well. So you can see they learned from those fights and I guess kind of adapted. And it's been kind of a lead up countdown to the 2 of them clashing. And in this episode, we get to see the first match between Hisae Watanabe and Satoko Shinashi. And it's the Smack Girl Grand Final from December in 2002, December 29 actually. And it's quite an enjoyable fight from what I recall. First time that I watched it. I'm going to watch it, obviously we're watching it again now. So by this time both fighters have led up to this match. You can see that they've both improved over time. Watanabe is now wearing her trademark leopard print sort of get-up. Shinashi also wearing her trademark sort of red and white sort of get-up. So it's kind of cool seeing 2 fighters that you like wearing similar things over time. It kind of like becomes their thing, you know? Coming from the sort of background that I'm coming from, I kind of like that stuff. Movies, video games, 80s metal, leopard print, and of course most of all, the martial arts. So without wasting any more time, let's get ready, let's watch this fight together. It's been a while since I've seen it. Let's go. Okay, here we go. The 3rd stage. Watanabe vs Shinashi, finally. Smack Girl Japan Cup Grand Final, December 29, 2002. Okay, as you can see, the ladies are already in the ring. There's a lot of streamers. Quite the mess to clean up. As you can see, Watanabe in great shape. And the same goes for Shinashi. So, here we go. Who am I going for? Who would I go for? I don't know. I like them both. They're both favourites of mine, so here we go. So here you can see them sizing each other up, feeling each other out. Shinashi taking quite a low stance, and Watanabe kind of leaping there, and straight to the ground. Which I guess is where Shinashi would want to be, but Watanabe seems to be in control here. She's taking the back. I don't know, I can just see, you know, Shinashi's got the control, but she knows she's a lot more competent in what she's doing on the ground. Okay, they're up again. Oh, nice kick there, but countered, grabbed, followed up with a punch from the right hand there. And there's that beautiful knee from Watanabe that we saw in that last fight against Yumi. Again, see, holding Shinashi's hips back, keeping a distance for those knees. But again, those knees are making contact. There's that judo throw that we know so well from Shinashi. And on the ground again. We saw a lot of those throws in Shinashi's 2 fights that we saw in episode 1. She's defending from the ground. Watanabe's stomping. Take note of Shinashi's feet in the defense. feet again. Again, sizing each other up. Nobody's really moving in as previous fights. And oh, look at that. Alright, straight into the trap there. But keeping distance again. Look, Watanabe wants it on, wants a stand-up game. She's like, get up, get up. Shinashi's like, come on, come down here. So you can see that the two elements are crashing here. One wants stand-up, one wants ground. Pretty sure there's rules against doing this sort of thing nowadays in mixed martial arts because the audience kind of gets a bit pissed. Okay, go again, sizing each other up. Ooh, and there's that barrage of hits that we know so well from Watanabe. Shinashi going, taking it to the ground again. She's looking for that lock. She's going for the ankle, going for the leg. Now, if I remember correctly. Okay, holding on, just holding on, trying to get that ankle lock. Watanabe trying to get out. Not working. Now, Watanabe tends to get caught in that position a lot, as we saw in her last two fights. It's like, here's my ankle, take it. There's that barrage of hits again. Ooh, knee. Beautiful fight, lots of fun, Chasing her down with punches. Shinashi going for that throw again. We love those throws, check it out. Bang. And she's got Watanabe on the ground again. Check out Shinashi's hands now, what she's doing here. And her legs as well. She's like, oh look, there's the foot, there's the ankle. Time. Saved by the bell. Okay, so here we go, round 2. Again, sizing each other up. Trying to adapt to each other. Yep, going for that throw again. Getting Watanabe's ankle trapped up. Ooh, painful submission there, and pop. Okay, bang. There's the submission. Now, from what I recall, a bit of damage was done to Watanabe's ankle as well. As you'll see, she gets carried out. Quite a happy Shinashi there. There she is with her belt. And it was a great fight. Both of them playing to their strengths and trying to exploit each other's weaknesses. There's poor Hisae Watanabe getting taken off. And yeah, I think Watanabe learns a bit from this fight here. She goes back, takes it to the drawing board. And yeah, so that's not our last episode, obviously. Watanabe takes it back to the drawing board. Let's see, highlights here. Okay, so as you can see, Shinashi in great control there on the floor. Watanabe, like she's stuck in an octopus. And here we go. Check out the ankle, check out the submission here, the lock. And Watanabe just doesn't know how to get out of it. And bang, there's the pop. And that's right. Click see Watanabe's face, you see it when it happens. And yeah, so clearly she'd be a bit disappointed. And yeah. Now, as we saw in those previous fights with Watanabe, she's very susceptible to that ankle lock. And I think I mentioned it in the previous episode. I said just keep that little lock there in mind for this episode, because it'll come back to haunt her. And it sure did. Both fighters played to their strengths. Watanabe was doing all her striking stuff, her knees. Shinashi was doing a lot of her throws and a lot of her grappling. She was also meeting Watanabe with some sweet looking kicks and punches too. Maybe not as effective as Watanabe's punches and kicks, but she was still matching up with her. And they both adapted to each other, as you could see. They were in the distances that they wanted to be in. I mean, and it was a pretty close fight. If Watanabe hadn't been taken to the ground, with that submission, who knows what could have occurred after that. But again, that's hindsight, everything with fights. Watanabe did get taken down twice. So the first time she was saved by the bell, but the second time she wasn't quite that lucky. So what happens from here? Watanabe goes back and evaluates where she went wrong. And as we'll see in upcoming episodes, we'll see a few fights from Watanabe, we'll see a few fights from Shinashi, we'll see how they develop, and then the inevitable rematch. Thanks for watching.